Thank you. Your question, the member from Oshawa.
Thank you, Speaker. And my question is to the Premier. The OPG, Ontario's nuclear regulator, has just applied for an unprecedented 13-year licence extension for the Darlington Nuclear Generating Station. Typically, extensions are granted for periods shorter than 5 years, and a 13-year extension would effectively end public scrutiny of Darlington's emergency planning until the year 2028. The Canadian Nuclear Safety Commission has since stepped in and said that they will hold their own consultations because of public concern. So will the Premier please offer her thoughts on why a federal panel appointed by Harper feels that the province is so non-transparent that they need to host consultations on their behalf?
Minister of Energy. Minister of Energy.
Mr. Speaker, I know the member realizes that for a period of over 45 years, we've been operating nuclear facilities in the province, Mr. Speaker, and we're among the best measured in terms of safety worldwide, Mr. Speaker. We also know that we're on the cusp of Darlington, moving forward with refurbishment, Mr. Speaker. That refurbishment will take us over several decades, Mr. Speaker, in terms of additional life out of these units. The Ontario Power Generation has been working very, very closely with the Nuclear Safety Association of Canada. It's a federal regulatory responsibility, Mr. Speaker. We're complying with all of the provisions, Mr. Speaker, and we're willing to live with the decision of the federal regulator on this issue, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Thank you, Speaker. Last week, Durham Regional Council passed a motion calling on the provincial government to be more transparent in reviewing nuclear emergency plans. The motion was originally put forward in June by former councillor Jennifer O'Connell, who has since been elected as the Liberal MP for Pickering-Uxbridge. Speaker, will the Premier listen to the advice of Ms. O'Connell and the Durham Regional Council and commit to a more transparent process for Ontario's emergency planning?
Mr. Speaker, the member would also know as well, Mr. Speaker, that all of the municipalities in the Durham region are very, very supportive, Mr. Speaker, of nuclear power remaining. They're supportive of the refurbishment of the units, Mr. Speaker, so that they'll continue to provide the jobs. Again, I want to repeat, Mr. Speaker, we've been measured as among the safest jurisdictions in the world for nuclear energy, where we will be 100% compliant, Mr. Speaker, with the federal regulatory agency on this particular issue.
Thank you.